Hello my good fellas. Who was the traitor who blew up the car meant for Michael Corleone but killed his young wife Apollonia instead? Let's find out. My name is Ivan Piatouski and you are watching Vano VHS. Michael was betrayed by one of his bodyguards, Fabrizio, who was a Sicilian shepherd who worked for Don Tommasino. In the past, Fabrizio had been a sailor. Shortly before his ship was taken by the British, Fabrizio had an artful tattoo on his chest depicting a man taking revenge for being cuckolded. When Michael Corleone fled to Sicily in 1946, Fabrizio and his friend Carlo were assigned to his defense. Now I will read out a passage from the book that describes Fabrizio's betrayal and the death of Michael's beloved and Michael's revenge in more detail. Michael came out of the kitchen and ran up the stairs. Michael glanced out the window again. The car was out, but not by the kitchen porch, but by the portico. Apollonia sat with her hands on the steering wheel. Carlo was putting a basket of food on the back seat for the journey. And then Michael noticed with irritation that Fabrizio, who apparently needed to do something at the last minute, was disappearing out the gate. What the hell was he thinking before? Fabrizio looked over his shoulder in a sort of shifty glance. The shepherd would have to be restrained. Michael went downstairs, deciding that he would go outside through the kitchen, and there he would finally say goodbye to Philomena. Apollonia waved to him. He realized that she wanted to bring the car up to the porch herself. Fabrizio was still missing. In that second moment, from trivial little things in Michael's mind, a precise picture was formed of everything coming together all at once. "No!" he shouted to Apollonia, "don't!" But his cry was drowned out by the thunder of a massive blast. The kitchen door was blown to pieces, and Michael was thrown a good 10 feet to the side along the wall. Rocks came down on his shoulders in a shower of stones, one hitting him on the head. Don Tommasino questioned him. "Who drove the car out of the garage? Fabrizio?" Michael unconsciously responded to the question with a smile, a weird smile, assertive but chilling. Don Tommasino continued. "Fabrizio has vanished. Listen to me, Michael. You've been lying unconscious for almost a week. Everyone assumes you are dead. The threat has gone away. You are no longer being hunted down." Fabrizio was approached by Emilio Barzini's contacts in Sicily, and he was paid off by the chance to come to the United States to chase the American dream. Michael would catch up with the renegade shepherd several years later, after Vito Corleone had passed away and it was time to sort out the family business. If you, like me, adore the Godfather saga, I recommend reading the Godfather 50th Anniversary Edition. This book contains a new introduction by Francis Ford Coppola and a note by Anthony Puzo. It would make a great addition to your collection, or a great holiday gift. All links are in the description. The little pizzeria on a side street in Buffalo, New York, was crowded at lunchtime. Gradually the crowd cleared. The salesman took a thin round sheet of unsold pizza slices off the window counter and placed it on the shelf of the huge brick oven. He peeked inside to see if the pizza was ripe. Then he turned to the window where he was selling takeout. A young, cocky-looking kid standing outside the window said, "One for me." The guy, apparently deciding to eat at the table, entered the empty hall. The salesman reached into the oven, pulled out a hot slice and put it on a paper plate. For some reason, instead of handing him money, the visitor stared at him point blank. "You've got a good tattoo on your chest, fella. Will you let me see the whole thing?" The salesman stood still as he was dead. "Unbutton the shirt." The salesman shook his head. I don't have it," he mumbled. "It's the man who works the evening shift." The visitor laughed. Go on, unbutton, let's have a look." The salesman backed away, stepping back over the edge of the stove to the door leading to the back room. But the guy had already raised the gun. He fired. The bullet hit the salesman in the chest and threw him back against the stove. The customer went behind the counter, bent down and ripped his shirt so that the buttons fell off. The tattoo was clearly visible on his blood-stained chest. "Fabrizio," said the assassin. "Greetings to you from Michael Corleone." He brought the gun almost close to the salesman's skull and pulled the trigger. Then he quickly stepped out onto the street, where a car with an open door was waiting by the sidewalk. That's what happened in the book, and in the deleted scene from the movie, Fabrizio is killed in the same way as Apollonia. Alneri explodes the car with Fabrizio sitting inside, thereby taking his vengeance. In the alternative deleted scene, Michael personally kills Fabrizio. This scene was never shown or published, although a surviving photo of Michael firing a Lupara was distributed as promotional material during the film's PR campaign. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss future Godfather videos. Support the channel by buying the Godfather merch. All the links are in the description. Make sure to watch the full Godfather playlist on the right. My name is Ivan Piatouski and you are watching Vano VHS.